Mr Chairman.
Over here, Material Turi.
Very much, Mr Chair. So there are still a number of supplementary order papers on Part 2 that I want to describe for members in the chamber. I have very much appreciated the individual comments from MPs in the House that they will be voting for at least some of these SOPs, and I invite members who are considering voting for the legislation to also vote for these SOPs, at least some of them. Some of them do go to the heart of the deal, for example, the removal of the regulatory concessions, but a number of them are designed to improve the legislation, to make sure that should the deal proceed and should the legislation go ahead, that in exchange for Sky City getting 230 more pokie machines, there are genuine harm minimisation measures put in place. And I will refer to those harm minimisation measures again, sir, they're set out in clause in SOP 385, and the reason why I refer to them again is because the Ministry of Health advice to the Minister concerning the harm minimisation measures in the deal was that they will not work. So there is an argument as to whether or not they're new or not. They certainly don't appear to be new to us, and in some cases the Ministry of Health has said that that's the case. They are not new measures. The Ministry of Health has also said that these measures will not reduce gambling harm. They've said that some of them are worse than useless, in effect. And so, given that there is going to be a huge amount of concession given to the casino to expand its business and to increase its gambling opportunities and therefore problem gambling harm, we should take advice from those who are directly involved in managing that harm. And the Ministry of Health is the agency, the government agency, who is responsible. And they are saying that the harm minimisation measures are not going to work, that they will not make any significant difference to the harm that will be caused by the extra gambling opportunities. So I believe that this Parliament, if the Minister is refusing to take the Ministry of Health advice, if the Minister is refusing to give proper balance between the concessions that are given to Sky City and the public interest in reducing problem gambling harm, then it is the responsibility of the Parliament to do so for it. And given that we have the opportunity tonight to vote according to our conscience, as opposed to along party lines, we have the opportunity, each individual MP in this House has the opportunity to say we want to have stronger controls because we believe that problem gambling is a serious issue, that it is right for a government, for a parliament to regulate to help protect against increases in problem gambling, and we would like to see more stringent measures. Here are some that can be chosen by individual MPs to put in place. So it's not about opposing the deal itself. It's about making sure that the public interest versus the concessions that Sky City gets are properly balanced. We are very careful to make sure that there are different kinds of opportunities in these supplementary order papers for members to each individually consider whether each individual change is one that they are prepared to support because in their own conscience they believe it is the right thing to do. And there are a number of members, particularly National Party members, John Banks even, who have in the past expressed extreme concern about the impacts of gambling, who represent communities who are particularly affected by gambling. We talked yesterday about the Asian Family Services, who are particularly concerned about the impact on their community. Pacific Island communities who are particularly concerned because they too bear the brunt. It gives the opportunity for those MPs who represent those communities to put in place stronger harm minimisation measures for those communities and yet still vote for the bill, if that is what they want to do. So there is opportunities because of the conscience vote, and we provided MPs with those opportunities. We hope that they take them up. Sir, I was very disappointed with the Minister's contribution earlier. It was really just about shouting at everybody. It didn't address the fact that there are some evidential holes in the justification for this legislation, such as where does the number of 1,000 construction jobs and 800 convention centre jobs come from, given the information that is used to justify those numbers in the regulatory impact statement does not say that. And of course we did hear again another misrepresentation of the facts from the Minister, who has been accusing the Greens of voting for the... Mr Chair.
Call Chris Hipkins.
Thank you very much, Mr Chairman. I'm happy to take my first of what I'm sure will be